What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, you know I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box below. Make sure you go to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks, subscribe over there, and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Alright, y'all, thanks for clicking on the video. Look here, before I get into this topic, let me say this. As I approach these stories with respect, I ask you all to please be respectful in the comment section because a lot of you hit me up and you say, Dawson, I can't see my comment. Did my comment get deleted? Look, all I'm going to say on that is please be respectful in the comment section. We can agree to disagree respectfully. All right, y'all. Now, this story comes out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte police have arrested and charged two men in the fatal shootings of two transgender women in Charlotte area hotel rooms over the past 2 weeks. On April 16, Charlotte police, working with the FBI, the Union County Sheriff's Office, and the Marshville Police Department, arrested 21-year-old Dontarius Long and 33-year-old Joel Brewer and charged them in connection with the deaths of 29-year-old Jada Peterson, who was shot to death at the Quality Inn Suites Airport on April 4th, and 28-year-old Remy Fennell, who was shot to death at the Sleep Inn on April 15th. Dontarius Long and Joel Brewer face a host of charges, including murder, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, robbery with dangerous weapon, and conspiracy to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon. Now I'm going to let you all watch this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary, and you all know me, I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
Tonight, two people have been arrested in connection to the murders of two transgender women in Charlotte.
But many in the trans community say they are still on edge, and they told our Genevieve Curtis these arrests don't change the fact that members of our LGBT community feel targeted on a daily basis. Genevieve?
Yeah, Allison, there certainly is some relief tonight in the community that police were able to make those arrests tonight. Both of those men are in custody here at the jail. But for the members of the trans community here in Charlotte who I spoke to today, they said the violence doesn't just end now, and this is just the beginning of their fight.
Like I told her before I put her in that ground, I don't care if it take every breath from my body, I shall get justice.
Mary Peterson is one step closer to justice. Her daughter, Jada Peterson, was shot and killed in a West Charlotte hotel room on Easter Sunday. Another transgender woman, Remy Fennell, was killed Thursday near University City.
Killed my baby. They just have to say.
The scene in Union County today ended with two men charged with the murders of Jada and Remy, but in many ways, the arrests are just the start.
This is not the end of it. We want to make sure that this fight continues.
Rel Lowry is a transgender community liaison with Charlotte Black Pride. He says violence against trans women, but specifically trans women of color, is on the rise around the world, and there continues to be a very scary reality for many in our community.
This is something that unfortunately they have to face every single day that they walk out their front door. There is a chance that they may not make it home safely.
Now, he says the community is focused on making sure Jada and Remy's stories are heard and that their deaths help inspire change.
And we hope that it's not a trend that starts in Charlotte. That's why we want to definitely make sure we're bringing that awareness today and going forward.
Lowry says next week all LGBTQ groups in Charlotte will be having a meeting to discuss the ways the community and allies can stop the violence and make sure trans people and all members of the LGBTQ community are safe.
We're all human beings. I think that's what we would like to see more from our community, our allies. We need to see you, and we need to hear your voices, and we need your support.
And Genevieve, CMPD is still looking at more charges for these two men?
Yeah, Allison, police are looking into whether Jada and Remy were targeted specifically because they were trans women. And if that's the case, that could add a hate crime charge to these crimes. CMPD is working with the FBI to explore the possibility of hate crime charges. Allison?
Thank you.
Violence against transgender people has been on the rise. Last year, a woman was shot and killed in South Charlotte while being treated in the back of an ambulance. Human Rights Campaign says that Monica Diamond was a business owner and an LGBTQ advocate. Officers charged Prentice Bess with murder in that case, and he is still in jail. According to the Human Rights Campaign, Diamond was one of 44 transgender or gender nonconforming people killed last year in the U.S. That's the most since the group started tracking cases in 2013. 5 black transgender women were found dead in 4 states in a month. The group says there have been 14 deaths so far this year.
All right, y'all, let's go in. But first, let me give my condolences out to the family and friends of Jada Peterson and Remy Fennell. Whether we agree with how people live their life or whatever they do, these two individuals had family who loved them and friends. And as you all heard in the news report, Jada's mother said that she was going to make sure that she gets justice for Jada. So these two individuals did have people who loved them, and they're sad that they no longer are here and that they were murdered in those hotel rooms. Now, let me say this. According to the police in Charlotte and according to family and some friends and associates of Jada and Remy, they said that they both participated in survival sex work as transgender women. That's why those men probably were going to that hotel. Now, when cases like this come up, a lot of people in the community, they come to the defense of these men who go after transgender women and they say, oh man, they tricked them, man. Well, according to the police, there was sexual contact that happened. Now the FBI is involved, and that's why they're trying to determine if it's going to be upgraded to a hate crime, because we know that they took items from Remy and Jada. They took them out of their hotel room. So many people will jump to that conclusion and say these men didn't know they were tricked and they just lost it. And that's why the FBI is involved, and they're checking all contact that happened between the victims and the suspects. Because if the FBI is able to determine that these two men went after these two non-gender conforming individuals based on their gender, then it's going to be upgraded to a hate crime charge, and they can basically hang it up if it's a hate crime charge. They've already got serious charges already. Now, in conclusion, let me say this. In the past, many other vloggers, and I know I have reported on stories when we had our athletes and we had MCs and, R&B singers and former rappers who were caught in situations with non-gender conforming individuals. Let me work right here. For years, Mr. C, DJ Mr. C up there in New York. Y'all know Mr. C, best known for being Big Daddy Kane's DJ. During the late 80s and early 90s, he also served as associate executive producer for the Notorious B.I.G.'s debut album, Ready to Die, in 1994. Come on, y'all. Mr. C for years, even when Wendy Williams was up there saying stuff about him on the radio, denied it. Mr. C, a month ago, felt comfortable enough to come out and say that he loves transgender women. But for years, oh man, they lying. Oh man, they this. Oh man, they that. Come on, Mr. C. Not only with Mr. C, we can look at former rapper Young Buck of G Unit. Young Buck said years ago, oh, that wasn't me in the video. That wasn't no transgender. That wasn't me in that audio. A couple of months ago, he came out and said it was him. And he was tricked. Yeah, right, Young Buck. Young Buck, you ain't worth $2. We don't buy that. Now, I can go on and on with this particular topic, but I'm done. But I want to know from you subscribers and the people who view my show, get in the comments. Do you think these men are being tricked? Let your boy Dawson know what you think. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Be respectful in the comments. And again, my condolences go out to the family, friends, and associates of Remy and Jada. Peace.